What up traders, what up investors, Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and thank you for tuning in for another fantastic video. Yes, I'm much more official now. I got Kevin over here, gave him water ready today. We got our new friend, the little Google Home button here, and we're going to be looking at Square today. Again, you can see all the research that I did. I wrote Square to 200 question mark, question mark, question mark, and I don't have any bullet points. So we're going to be jumping into the charts. As you can see on the chart on the daily side, and especially on the weekly side, Square has literally came from the depth and just been skyrocketing up, breaking out to near all-time highs today, and trying to go on a warpath to make it its way to $200. So, hey Google, what's the current price of Square? It's probably not going to work.
The price for Square stock on NYSE is $177.96 as of 11:18 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time today, up 4.92% from last Friday.
Yeah, so it's only up nearly 5%. Thank you, Google. Appreciate that. You have a wonderful day. So definitely we're going to be looking at this one. This thing has seen a lot of call volume going into it, and just the expansion of price is really just taking it to an all-time high, with the overall technical analysis of making a very beautiful cup on the daily chart and looking to see potentially going higher. So let's go ahead without further ado and go ahead and jump to the charts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you saw my pretty face once again. Definitely hit that like button if you enjoy seeing my face. Okay, anyways, you came here to look at Square. So looking at Square, looking for Square for 200, going up here. This thing has been absolutely up a tear, nearly up 5% today. The next overhead target's around 180, but that's the 1272 extension from the previous swing high to low. Really looking for that 193, and if that 193 can really propel us to that $200 price target, which we talked about towards the beginning of the show here. As again, to kind of do a recap on the movement that we've seen here, I have been completely going crazy on everyone just buying the dip here. Once each and every time where it kind of hits that 21 EMA, which is the yellow line, it was basically a dip buying scenario. That being said, that one time it didn't work and people kind of freaked out was when that overall kind of market sell-off that we saw with the heavy tech stocks. But again, it still traded well above and kind of came down to around the 50-day, because some of them well broke almost to the 200 and things like that. So this had a lot of really strength behind it, and a lot of people had conviction on it, on that it's going to continue going higher. So that being said, it's really being rewarded from that as of right now moving forward. With that, we had that tight consolidation here. With that fib level, we kind of finally broke above that 156 range, and then now we're on that really rocket ship in a little bit, with the first stop at the moon being around basically 180. But again, we're not stopping at the moon, boys and girls. If this thing has any kind of stopping power, that $200 price target is something that we could be really looking at. Let's go ahead and look here at the options chain. We're going to be looking here all the way out into a little bit of December here, looking to kind of see on that. So you see a lot of that options activity, and it's a kind of very tight range, because we're talking about 1330 to 1365. Being a stock around this price, that's pretty good liquidity. Basically, 5 cents wide, $5 wide, whatever you want to call it, with nearly 2,400 contracts, and 651 of those have already traded today, with those options being up about 31%, nearly 32% at the recording of this video. That is definitely a very bullish call. Even if you, again, we're not going to know when it can hit 200. It could just stop out here at 180 and kind of consolidate some more and then try to push higher. If you're not in this move, it's going to be very difficult to be able to buy here at the top here. If I was going to be trading this, I need to kind of wait slightly for a pullback, and especially buying straight calls. It's never a good thing to do, buy straight calls on a day that the market or the stock is up 5%, because you're going to be paying such high premium. You're going to be going with the crowd, and it's just not a good look, honestly. You're going to be paying up for something that could lose its value within the next couple days if it doesn't do anything. Even going to the short dated side, there is quite a bit of options activity here on the short dated side. I'm not saying that it's going to be hitting that $200 within the next 2 weeks. Basically, the overall options makers are saying about a $15 move from here to the expiration of the 16th of October. So $15 to the upside. we're talking again, that's almost like 190, 193 ish range. That's the limit that we were looking at of that particular 1618. So that is something that could be reachable, but with the large move today, we could potentially see some pullback, some a little bit more interest activity. That being said, let's go ahead and look at some other options chains here, going a little bit further out. We're going to go about 473 days, and this is definitely tells a different story, same story as well, with a lot of options activity going way far out. Those options, again, these are 473 days away. This is going to be, again, a lot of open interest at that $200 strike price. So that being said, key takeaways: should you be buying it? It's going to be difficult for me to tell folks to do that again. Like we talked about, buying options on an up day, yes, it's going to be very expensive. It's not my kind of look, not my cup of tea, not my cup of coffee, whatever you want to drink. To downside, support's going to become really on the short-term side around 162 and then down to around 156. Really, with the longer dated support here, is going to become between the 21 and 34 EMA. Again, no one has a crystal ball. I have no idea when this could potentially get a pullback, but this thing has been a very strong move, and there's usually a time where it kind of stalls out for buying opportunity, maybe let the moving averages kind of catch up, but this thing has been a complete rocket ship with earnings not even in sight yet. This definitely a very strong runner within the market. So be careful out there, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as well, if you want to support the channel, we got the Patreon page and the YouTube join membership tab if you want to support and learn at the same time. Again, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is again Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.